You're welcome to another episode of the Game Podcast. I'm your host Joseph, and today we have Calister, Kasim. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you very much, boss.
You know, pedigree herself. She cannot let it go.
Yeah, something happened.
What happened?
Onana the pedigree, as well as Maguire. I think Maguire has been quite impressive in a couple of weeks. I just had to throw that into my introduction, but I thank God I always supported Harry Maguire.
You always supported him.
Yes, he's a fantastic player. I think his mentality needs to be checked because
Actually, he's strong. For him to
He's
go through what
strong.
he has gone through,
he's
like it has been a rough couple years for that man. At least
Rough
18
patch,
months
really.
to get and to get it back. So, Asna, how are you feeling now?
Great, man.
Ah.
feel like winning the Champions League.
Of course, yes.
Sure.
I will now.
All right, so let's get into it. So first we have Manchester United. They've successfully, some of their players are now picking form in the clubs in Onana and Maguire,
Yeah.
but they are facing City in Old Trafford, but it's still City. What do you think, Mr. Your boys Pep and Haaland?
Well, oh na 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 na, yeah, oh na na
Can't tell them.
na,
They are making fun of your voice, Sha.
yeah. So I love this fact that Onana saved the penalty yesterday. Though there are talks that Garnacho did play with the penalty kick before Copenhagen missed that penalty, but it is what it is. Onana made a save, fantastic. I think a little bit of good news and freshness to Onana before that game. I think he's just deceiving himself and the whole of Man U fans because he shall collect in the hands of Alvarez, as well as Haaland. Let's not even forget. In fact, Ake might even score a goal. So, see, this
You
is
can never tell with that.
see,
Like, you don't
see,
know who is going to
that is the defender might score the goal. So for me, I think it's a good time for Man United. I think it puts them in a good position before the Champions League game, which is good enough. Maguire, for one, has been fantastic in the last 1 month for Man United. I think he's the best player in United as he stands. An assist, goal, as well as man of the match performance. Then bang, he scores the goal in front of the fans at Old Trafford. I think it was very good for Harry Maguire. His mentality needs to be studied. I don't think I can go through what Harry Maguire has gone through and still survive and still push every day to come to the field to play. A lot of people say yes, it was terrible, but I think the criticism, how toxic Man United was part of the issue that dealt with Harry Maguire's performance on the field of play. Looking at Harry Maguire, all the captain cannot be street nag like Bruno Fernandes. There are some that are very quiet, but they understand and know what they want from their teammates. And to tell you, Man United is a very toxic place. Bruno is going through a lot. He might not say it, but Bruno is trying so hard and he's trying it in nagging the players. Nag them as much as you can till you get them to perform. But in all, was a good performance from Man United. Good atmosphere. But Man City will still trash them. Hat-trick. In case you don't know, play FPL, ask for me. Put in Haaland, captain, vice captain, Alvarez, because those guys will give you 6 goals. Hat-trick.
Wow.
Last season we had an hat-trick.
Both
Yeah,
players,
Phil Foden and Haaland.
Haaland, right?
So how do you look at the upcoming Manchester derby?
Yes, I know City would go into that game with the aim of going back to the top of the table,
Yeah.
hoping that Spurs will flop. And you know Spurs are playing good football right now. And that said, Man U would be at the receiving end. But then United have won their last 3 games.
Yeah.
2 Premier League, and you have this guy, 1 Champions League, and you have this guy at the top of his game right now, Scott McTominay. The guy is really balling, even though he cost the penalty yesterday that almost cost United that result. He is really balling currently, and you see that Oiland of a guy. I mentioned to you earlier that Oiland is a very good guy. As in, he has potentials, really. Yes, like the guy has that potentials. You see, right? His position of a strike. He's 20, so he has time to grow. And with his positioning currently,
I agree to
his
that.
ability to
Yes.
score goals, get into those pockets of space,
His
and make things
confidence.
happen. Confidence. The United might lose that game, but not as woeful.
Wow.
But not as woeful. But not as woeful as they did last season.
time.
Kasim.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
I'm
You know,
shocked.
I am not a United fan, but I'm just telling you
The worst
fast.
part is that you have telling me he's 20. His mate in Real Madrid. How old is Jude Bellingham?
Yeah, that's a different.
No, I'm not
How old
going
is
to
Jude
be
Bellingham?
Bellingham now.
20 years, I agree. That's a
Thank
different
you.
breed of player.
That is his mate. Bossing the La Liga.
No, but you have
In the Champions
no, but he's doing well. How old is Anthony?
How are you
His
telling
elder
me
brother.
that guy is
Exactly.
doing? Which Anthony?
Anthony, his elder brother in Manchester United.
We all know Anthony is a finished player.
No, he's not finished.
Is what?
I
Exactly,
feel
but
something
they bought
happened.
Anthony for 100 million. At
See,
23
it's
years.
only Man
And this boy
United
is just
and
here.
Eric Ten Hag that will buy a player that is dilly-dallying around the field of play. That's the only player. See, the truth of the matter is that Holland
Hollandia.
Yes.
was a mistake.
Low budget Ireland.
See,
He's not.
it's not even low budget. For a Man United team, you have Martial as a backup striker. Now let's look at the striking position. You have Rashford, who can play as a first nine or can come in, but Rashford naturally plays at the flanks. Then you have Martial, who cannot play. I don't think Martial should be starting any game for Man City, for Man United, but he comes in. You look at Martial, should be a backup striker. Now you have Holland. Against which defenders in the Premier League? The fact is that he has confidence, but his confidence needs to get to 100. Because this is the Premier League. This is one of the most competitive leagues. This is where you have the ruthless defenders in the Premier League. This is where nobody sends you. A team like Brighton, a team like Brentford that you expect.
No, but I think it's bad. But I think it's. I'd rather have
this is where I'm saying.
Ireland in my team than a Martial in my team.
Why not get a striker that can get you?
Yeah.
Can Holland get you 20 goals in the season? Can he get you 10 goals in the season?
He hasn't done it.
He has never done it.
No, but this is first season, right?
No, this is not his first season.
First
Before
in
he came in.
English Premier League.
English Premier League. No, but I can tell you for sure
Can he get you 10
that
goals?
this guy will register double figures.
He will give you 10 goals
Of
this
course, he
season.
will. He has 3 so far, or 4.
Okay. In the league.
No, generally.
No, in the league.
wasn't in the
It's
league.
poor.
No, but in the league, how many matches has United played so far? We are like 6 games into the
9
league.
games.
9 games.
So you are
and we have how
telling
many
me-
games to go?
You are telling me in
this
30,
this guy
30
will
or 20
register.
something.
This guy will register double figures
In goals.
in Premier League. He will.
Okay.
I'm telling you, he will. Because I'd rather have this guy and Rashford in my team than have a Martial that lacks passion.
No, why in January? Why not in January bring in? Now, see,
They bring in who?
there are strikers that are not happy.
See, United
Like
wouldn't want to
Kasim.
invest currently.
Osimhen, we're not talking
Fair
about
enough,
it.
fair
Osimhen. That's why I said Man City goofed themselves and not going for Osimhen. See,
Man U.
Why am I saying Man City? I'm too good with Pep.
Yeah,
Man United goofed
match.
themselves for not going for Victor Osimhen, which is fact. There's nothing you're going to tell me. Victor Osimhen should have gotten an offer from United. In January, I will tell you, if you write to Napoli, I think something will come up.
Yeah, at least 100 million, they will let him go.
Because right now, Napoli and Osimhen, let nobody kid you, they are not in
Okay.
In
good terms.
terms,
And
yeah.
that's the best striker, that's the option. Man U should be competing for the Premier League, not competing to go and play in the Europa League or win the Europa League. And they have spent money. You can't spend the amount of money and be pointing fingers to Man City when you spent more than Man City, and in the last 4 seasons you have not been competing for the Premier League. You are lying to yourself. I can't sit down here and say Man City should buy Holland and be competing for top 4. No, you should be competing for
You're
the
buying a
Premier
player, you're
League.
trying to-
So if you want a player that will get you that goal, a striker is a striker that is profiled like Victor Osimhen, not a striker
but
like
this situation
Holland.
now, Holland is showing a tremendous upside. That's what you're getting at. He has the potential to become a better player and improve the team.
Of course, yes.
gradually. But Man U, should they be looking at winning now? So I see the sale. The sale signifies they want to win now. What would you think?
No,
that-
they have to differentiate what they want to win: FA Cup, Europa League, Canley Cup, or
they
Premier
look
League.
like the team that wants to compete for the Premier
No,
League.
No, you see me. If
that's
you
not
ask,
true.
I'll tell you.
Moving forward.
See, I'll tell you that Ten Hag is trying to replicate what Arteta is doing in Arsenal. As Ten Hag is trying to have this long-time project. If not, you wouldn't sign Højlund and some other players for such long deal at that age.
I don't understand.
Ten Hag is looking at the next 2 years. Højlund will be that striker he wants him to be.
Do you know what Man U
See,
did in the
Ten
last
Hag
4
can
seasons?
decide.
Let me
See,
tell you,
Ten Hag can decide to
Ole
opt for
Gunnar
Osimhen
Solskjaer.
today.
How long was Ole?
Let me finish.
How long Ole stayed in United?
2 years or
No,
3?
it's 3 years.
No, 2 plus.
He
Not
got them
3.
to the top 4. finished third, then finished second before he left.
Mouriho's this thing now. He collected Mouriho's.
Yes.
Half of Mouriho, then did two seasons.
Yes, and what was it? It was a process. Because that was when Man United looked more like a team that was competing for the league.
Okay.
You made it into the top 4. From the top 4, you finished third, then you finished second. That was directly behind.
They were going up.
Yes, they were going up. So the next season was so where Man U was supposed to win the league.
Mouriho.
And what? Olenan left.
Hey, that was it.
Wait.
So you brought in Raf Rang.
Wait, Burnley had his first season last season, right?
First season or second season?
Ole, second season was...
The first season he took from Mouriho. He finished 6th, I think.
He took from Mouriho.
Yes, he took from Mouriho now.
Finished 4th.
Was it 4th, yeah?
Yeah, took them to the Champions League.
Took them to the Champions League.
Last season as well.
Yeah, he finished last season also. He won it. He got second
No.
or third.
No, and I think 3rd or 4th.
The season before Ragnar came.
Before Ragnar came, Man U finished second.
No, I'm talking about... No, I'm talking about Ten Hag right now.
Okay.
Ten Hag, his first season was last season, right?
Yes.
And
Third.
he finished 3rd.
Yes.
And with what team, please? How many players did he sign to achieve that?
I don't understand.
I think he came on board with just Casemiro, Varane, and
Ericsson. No, there was already Varane.
Varane, okay.
Ericsson,
and who else?
Anthony.
I don't understand. Sancho came under him.
No, Sancho came on that team. No.
He came under social.
No.
So he bought Ericsson. He bought
Anthony.
He bought Anthony. He bought Lisandro Martinez.
Yes.
Do you know how much he spent? 300 million.
Bro, and you tell me, for that guy to be in the Champions League was a success.
I don't understand.
And he won the Carling Cup as well.
Were Man United in the top?
Right?
Wait, were Man United not?
Yes.
Were Man United not in the Champions League before he came?
Bro.
Yes. Now, so it's not an achievement. It's a normal thing for Man United to finish top 4.
That guy can sign that player, and they will not still qualify for Europa.
It is not possible.
It is possible.
Because Man U are already in the top 4.
So Man U finished what last season before he came? 6th, Abi?
2 seasons before?
No, before he came. The season where Raf Ragnar took over. They finished 6th now, 4th.
I think so. I'm not sure it's 4th. I think 5th or 6th.
So he took them from 6th to 3rd in his first season.
Yes.
And now he has regressed.
You wouldn't say regress, supposedly.
Do you think he's going to break top 4?
Of course, yes.
Man U?
Of course, yes. See,
Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham, Liverpool.
see. The thing is, right? You are judging with the first quarter of the season already, and you don't judge Premier League like that. If you judge by that, then Arsenal should win the league last season.
No, Arsenal cannot win the league. Let's not go.
No, if you are going by that conversation, if you are going by that statistic,
let's go.
Because who talk about the same
this guy hates Arsenal so much. I don't know why.
I like Arsenal. You guys overhype yourself. That's the issue.
That's fair. But now let's go to the coming El Clasico.
Okay.
This weekend, both teams are flying. Barcelona is looking like they are losing their edge, but Madrid, as Odogos that we are.
Bellingham and co.
I don't like that notion that it's just Bellingham. We actually play good football. Watch us. You can see that we're shooting ball from one side.
You know it's Bellingham. Even Vinicius Junior is not there. You know it.
Vinicius is performing. He scored. He assisted.
But Bellingham is Bellingham. You know.
Yeah, it's Bellingham.
You know.
But I like what he's doing.
Wow.
So wait now. Okay, hold on. I like what he's doing. Look at that midfield now. You don't see Modric and Kroos start anymore.
Why would Modric and you people want to finish their career?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now.
They're already finished now.
Like if you're playing Valverde, you're playing Kroos. Then if you're playing Camavinga, you're playing Modric, you get to support on places where he needs to unlock. Then you bring them on places where you need to spread the ball wide. You carry Kroos. Once Kroos holds the ball, you see my boys taking off. We're running because we know that pass is going to go to the right or left. Carvalho brings it back to the middle. You have boys crashing the ball and you score.
Let me ask you a question. Since you're on Real Madrid issue, don't ask me. Let me ask you. Okay. So where is you just said Chouameni? You know there was a trio when they came into Real Madrid. Chouameni, Vinicius Junior, and the other Camavinga. What's happening? We just know of one, Vinicius Junior. Camavinga and Chouameni are obviously struggling, and they don't look like a player that would take up the position of or give half of the performance of Modric or Toni Kroos.
All right, so again, Madrid is in the transition season. Yes, it looks like
I thought when they came in, this was the specific one.
No, right
they
now,
found their replacement.
Yeah, so we found the replacement, but they have not entered the team one-off because people like Kroos and Modric are still necessary at certain games, right? Even when those two go, you still need to find replacements. That's why you have Ada from Turkey, and then you have Brahim Diaz. Those are the replacements to come and help this solid, I would say, 4 players, which is Valverde, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, and Bellingham at the top of the
So why is it that it's just Vinicius Junior that is standing out among the 3?
They are playing midfield roles, right? So they are not. It's not as loud. The same way you don't hear Rodri in the game.
Rodri is a fantastic. We hear Rodri.
Fantastic player, but you don't see him every time.
Because he struggled last season.
No,
You agree?
one of the best players.
At the tail end of the season.
Rodri.
At the tail end of the season.
I agree, but it's when you find your foot, especially as a DM, see Sergio Busquets. You will not, like you'll say, if you watch ball, you won't really see Sergio Busquets.
Well, we saw Modric.
but I would say Camavinga has the energy. If you're watching our games, you see that he has the energy to go up and down, the same way with Valverde. They are not creators. That's what we lack. So that's where you have players like Ada and Brahim Diaz. You see when Brahim Diaz comes inside, he's very supportive of Bellingham. So you have Bellingham usually taking up that left half space while Vinicius is wide, right? Rodrigo breaks into the middle when he plays, but if he's not, it's Joselu that now plays as that point man. Brahim Diaz brings the ball from that right side and cuts in, able to provide the same kind of arrangement or same penetration you see from Bellingham. But he doesn't have the experience of someone like a Modric. That's where you now see old heads now coming to come and support when those places we can't cut open. So in the beginning of the game, you see like a Cruz is playing deeper, bringing the ball, spreading it wide for Carvajal and Valverde on this side. Then you have Vinicius and Bellingham playing their own game. Joselu is through the middle. That is the split. But the moment Cruz is not tired, like 60th minute, 70th minute, Modric comes in. Bellingham drops back to that middle. He's now supporting with Tchouaméni. You don't hear Tchouaméni, not because Tchouaméni is not performing. It's just his game doesn't need him to do so much, except when you're on the defensive end. As you now see, he's now covering. Against a team like Barcelona that is struggling right now, Barcelona has started to rely a lot on their youth because I don't know what it is. The team isn't just gelling. Some games they're fantastic. That's why you see someone like Yamal.
Yeah, Yamal.
Yeah. The boy's playing a lot of games. He's 16 years old.
Yeah.
Why are you playing so many games?
I think the youngest in the squad, right?
Exactly. Then this boy that just scored for them, Guid, or what's his name? But when I look at it, I'm like, there's something missing, and I feel like in this El Clasico, Madrid can capitalize on it. It takes just one goal for the entire game to change. You get, and once we take that, we can. I just see small daylight. Once you can see that small daylight, just push it. I will lie. That's how I like.
No, but Real Madrid shouldn't lose that game because if you ask me, Real Madrid are a better team currently than Barcelona, as you just said. And is Madrid playing at home or away? Who's playing home?
Barcelona,
Camp Nou. And you know you guys really don't have good records going there, right? With all you just said, you guys have a better team, but you can't underestimate Barca's young talent. You can't do that. You see that Yamal, right? He's just 16, but watch that boy critically. Watch him play. The guy is a proper baller.
Yeah,
and the fact that he's young, people tend to underestimate what he's capable of doing.
Carvajal lock him down.
You are very certain.
Carvajal, see my defense.
This same mouth that you made for Atletico Madrid.
It's a mistake. He tried to play 2 old men.
Okay.
No,
but yeah, now Calister.
No, why are you looking at me? I'm trying to stay out of this conversation.
No, you should.
Xavi should do his job. This Camp Nou, though Barcelona has some injuries concern of top players, but I think Xavi is trying in Spanish La Liga. But the unfortunate part is that when it comes to other cup competitions that I hold very dear to my heart, like the Champions League, he finds himself in Europa League. But I think this season should be better for Xavi.
Right.
But this
might be better.
This a classical again doesn't even hold weight the way it does when you had
the Messi and Ronaldo.
Not even just Messi and Ronaldo. The sweetest part. No,
Galacticos.
let me finish. The sweetest part of this was when you have Mouriho on the touchline and Pep Guardiola. Man, that is an classical. You have Sergio Ramos.
See, let me go ask you.
That is an
Those 2
classical.
coaches.
Come
Who
on.
has the better career? Guardiola or Mouriho?
My 2 favorites.
Who has
this
the
is
better
so
career?
I
dicey.
feel she should take the floor first.
Why? No, I think I'll listen to you. No. You know why let me you know as a Wenger, but he's a great coach, but he cannot understand because the trophies and laurels we are talking about. He won't really.
That's deep.
As a Wenger is a great coach.
I said with me for somewhere.
So I want to really give you the
Really, success-wise, Guardiola is more successful.
Yes.
You're talking about success as a Wenger. Wow. Go on.
As a Wenger is the only coach in recent time to have gone through the season without losing a game.
He win treble.
Is it as in? Tell me, say
He
that
win
easy thing.
treble.
What was the treble compared to an unbeaten season?
This is bad.
No,
Is it easy?
Underestimating as a Wenger. Don't get me.
Ours
I said
is gold.
Arsenal
We have
fan.
gold. Do you have gold?
No, I know better to get diamonds.
So,
Alright, okay. Mm-hmm.
so I would, with the drama and the players that this guy have supposedly groomed, Mouriho, I will stick to Mouriho because Mouriho is the kind of coach that he criticizes you when he wants to, and he's not shy of the FA or whatever. He says it to them. But Guardiola, on the other hand, I feel is Messi shot that guy to limelight.
Referees to not forget.
Messi shot that guy to limelight.
That's
and after
absolutely so disrespectful.
Messi
And that
shot-
is why I
let me
said
learn
from the
now.
beginning that you
Messi
don't
shot
understand
that guy.
because as a Wenger and as
Messi
a fan,
shot that guy to
you will
limelight.
never
See,
appreciate gold.
See, I will tell you.
You cannot finish.
See, let me
This
tell
is slander.
you. Even if you put a
This
Samson
is slander.
Siasia, even if you put a Samson
This is
Siasia
slander.
or a Guavon in Baka,
That is
they would still win a treble.
That is a
That's
lie.
of Messi.
That is
But
a
you
lie.
see then,
That is a lie.
but after he left Baka,
Let Barcelona
he
win the
went-
treble now.
Wait.
But
That's Messi.
after he left Baka,
Let Barca
after he
win the
left
treble.
Baka,
My guy
he
Kasim,
went to Bayern Munich,
You will not finish
where
this.
they will give him money to buy players he would
Kasim,
need.
you will not
See,
finish
if Guardiola is the coach he said he is, he should go and coach Chelsea or Arsenal of today.
Why?
And you see,
Why?
why? Because they will give him that money to buy the likes of Haaland
You are
and players
joking.
he needs.
You are joking.
See,
But Balon will give you more
Guardiola
than
is
that.
a see,
What are you
but
saying?
give Mouriho. See, I'm telling you about. See, give Mouriho
Even
bright
Abramovich
today.
will
Mouriho
give
will
Pep
do.
Guardiola.
See, Mouriho would go on to win the Europa or Carling Cup or FA. Mouriho knows how to win titles.
Now,
Guardiola knows how to buy titles.
Now, this is what I don't really like when it comes to that is a lie, and he knows it. Arsenal fans will not allow it because over the years, Man City has been beating them, and luckily for Arsenal
cracked
fans,
the code this
they
season.
just cracked the code and they feel like they have won.
I've defeated them twice this season, and I'll bring them to
That
the
is their only
I will
achievement
take them to
that they will
and
achieve
then I'll still beat
because
them.
Man City will always take out the trophy. If a Leicester City can win the Premier League when Arsenal had it to win and had the audacity to want to blame it on Giroud, I won't sit down here and have the conversation of what Man City and
if
what they
a
play.
Chelsea
But
can
back
win
to
the Champions League,
back
the way
to
you have
the-
Real Madrid,
back to
then
the-
that can it is soccer.
No, you can't bring
See,
it.
in a
See,
season, see that
Champions
season
League is better than
everybody
Premier League.
flopped.
No, everybody flopped.
Just that Arsenal flopped
was
less.
better. See,
No, you see,
let's not
you
divert.
have this bias towards Arsenal.
I don't. It is you that have a bias. Now,
Yeah.
we can have a conversation, but not shy away from facts.
Okay.
You can't say Pep Guardiola bought Lawrence. It is not possible. That means now you question every single thing about the league as well as the Champions League.
Okay.
So now again, let's go back. No, don't tell me what he's trying
No,
to say.
no,
Just say, don't tell
that
me
he
what he's trying to
compromises
say.
the FA, but then he buys his way. See, my brother.
See,
It
it's a
happens
word.
here.
It's a word you said. Now let me educate you. When you say someone is buying away, it is a league that consists of how many teams? That consists of what? Money as well. So you tell me that Pep Guardiola is so enriched that he will sit down and buy a whole system while the other teams will sit down and be boy watching. That means the other teams are not serious. Again, it brings out to the statement of where people will say Messi, FIFA did the World Cup for Messi to win it. All of a sudden, the World Cup was tinted for a whole tournament. Do you know the amount of money that the Qatarians put into the World Cup?
Well, let's do
I'm going somewhere. That's where I'm going to. You can't shy away from the fact. The fact here is that these are two managers. In fact, these are two greatest managers in the history of football. But they differs. It's like Android and iPhone. But they do the same thing. It's like the old time. Now I'm going somewhere. No, I'm going somewhere. I would say the old modern and the Gen Z. That is how you use it. Our olden days parents, the way they did things is different from the way we are doing things right now. Mouriho can go to a small club, pick up a team, and prove to the team that, oh, I can take one or two. With Porto, he did the same thing with Porto. Now you are seeing what he's doing with Roma.
Yeah,
Little or no money. Now I'm going somewhere. That does not mean that Mouriho is buying out.
No,
Any other person that does not go to a small club is buying out the big team. That is not true. that is not true. We've seen coaches that have gone to a big team and flop. Pochettino went to a team that has money, spent the money and flopped.
So on that,
no, I am going somewhere. No, it's manager we're talking about. We are talking about manager. Now I'm talking about the same manager.
Okay.
You allow me. I'm talking about the same manager. Now you go to Pep Guardiola. A Pep Guardiola is a coach that goes to a team, brings the best players, and know how to bring the best out of a player. You say that Barcelona will win the treble at that time without
Guardiola.
Without Guardiola, of course, yes. I would say that all day, every day.
Siasia
and Guavon will go back and they will win those trophies.
Win, right? Barcelona should try and win the treble again. Where is
the Messi?
Who found Messi? Hi. I am coaching a team. I tell you are not playing my team, no matter how talented you are not playing. Nobody sees you.
That's true.
So you cannot tell me that
if you know the talent,
there is no but. There's no but.
If you know the talent you have.
Mouriho gave. Do you know how long Rashford was in the academy?
No, he has been in the academy since like 10 years or so.
Who brought Rashford to the team?
I don't know. When did he break out? 2015 Van Gaal,
No, it's not Van Gaal. I think it was one Arsenal game.
Mouriho
played. Oh. No, it can't be Mouriho. It is not Mouriho. Why did Mouriho coach Man U now? It's not Mouriho now.
Who came before Mouriho?
Rashford was already a top boy before this guy came. No, now I remember Rashford. See, Rashford was still a college student.
Who gave Rashford the jersey number?
That was Mouriho that gave him.
Rashford is nobody under Van Gaal. He was not a regular starter in the team.
Okay, so
Messi don't win and forget that thing.
You're giving Messi. No, you know there's who will win and who deserves to win.
Yeah. See, you are deceiving yourself again, Joseph.
we can't. Don't let me unbundle this.
See, you know the first banter we had. We'll still have it again.
We'll still go again. Don't worry. We'll talk about it. We'll have a Balon d'Or topic so that a Balon d'Or episode so that we'll really enter that distance. But who do you think will win it? Will win it.
I
think Messi will win it.
I mean, they will give it to Messi, but Haaland deserves it.
Same thing. I think
they will give it to Messi, but Haaland deserves it.
As a Messi parade.
So let me ask you a question.
I personally don't even trust their Balon.
You don't need to trust them now. All of a sudden,
because I don't understand. Because I don't understand why they robbed Lewandowski. I don't understand why they robbed Schneider. I don't understand why they robbed Ronaldo season. So my brother, you see that system is compromised.
Everything is compromised. Leave it.
It is.
Even the Premier League
the same way you don't like Arsenal, you are compromised. You are compromised.
Let me tell you now, the Balon d'Or or the Balon d'Or.
Balon d'Or.
The Balon d'Or. See now, let me tell you, when you talk about that prestigious award, an award with such integrity, when you think before the Dior or the, I don't know how to pronounce it right now.
Balon d'Or.
Who comes to your head?
Messi, don't worry.
See, whether you want to say deserve it or not, let me ask you two questions. All of a sudden, the most prestigious. I'm asking you a question. The most prestigious trophy or tournament is what?
The World Cup.
Is what?
The World Cup, and I agree.
What is number one?
The World Cup.
Good. Before Argentina won this World Cup, before you judge anything, is the World Cup put into consideration first?
In the season. Yes,
is it put into consideration?
It pulls weight.
Right?
Yes.
Good. Now, if that is it, all of a sudden, is the treble bigger than the World Cup tournament?
It's on par. A treble.
And a World Cup.
Champions League, Premier League, which is the highest league in the
world. I'm not even saying Champions
League, which is
now it's not just boiled down to Ireland. You are not getting me.
Hold on.
Because I will bring players that have won the treble before. Now this is where the issue is. When I talk about the treble and I talk about the Balon, the World Cup, I'm not talking about the Premier League or Haaland now. I'm saying when you put the World Cup tournament and winning a treble, which one is higher?
You're asking me a direct question, but
yes.
I said they are on par.
Winning a treble.
Winning a treble in itself.
Winning a treble and the World Cup are on par.
Yes, that's what I think.
Great stuff.
Look at it. There has not been any player that has won
great stuff.
A treble in a World Cup year.
Now, when Modric won the Balon d'Or,
yes.
Did anybody win the treble at that time?
But he won the Champions League.
I'm asking you now.
He won the Champions League.
If you tell me that Come on, don't contradict yourself.
No, he won the
If
Champions
you tell me
League
that
as
the
well.
treble,
Nobody won the treble.
Eh?
Yes, 2018, nobody won the treble.
Ronaldo?
No, Ronaldo won Champions League. That is why they even gave it to Modric, because Real Madrid won Champions League.
The
and then
league?
Croatia, they didn't win the league. It was Atletico Madrid that won it.
That season.
That season. This guy Suarez had just left. Abi?
Suarez. No, I think Suarez.
Or is it Barcelona that won the league? I know it wasn't Madrid that won it.
No, I think Suarez
It
season
the
was I
season
think
before
2021.
that we won
also.
the league and the Champions League. The next season we didn't. We only won Champions League. Do you get? That was because Modric was a key part of that team.
Modric.
Yes, now.
Performance of winning the Ballon d'Or was
On
because
two
of
teams.
no. I'm asking you, was on two. No, to be fair with yourself,
Yes,
that
I think
Modric
so.
winning the Ballon d'Or was on two teams, not on the World Cup.
It wasn't just the World Cup.
Hello,
Okay, let me
he's
go- let me
winning
break
of
it.
the World.
Hold
He's
on.
winning of the Ballon d'Or.
I think
Let me
Was on the World Cup.
Maybe the
Let me-
final,
You should
right?
agree.
No.
Croatia went to the finals of the World Cup.
Hold on.
They beat teams
Let
that
me
you
break
didn't
2018.
expect to bring,
Let me
and
break
that was
2018
how
down.
Modric won the World
Let me
Cup.
break 2018
Now
down.
let me tell you, the
The
Ballon
Ballon
d'Or,
d'Or.
the Ballon d'Or, and you see the World Cup, and the World Cup and a treble is not on par. The World Cup still remains.
Let me ask her.
The World no ask her then. The World Cup still
Let's
remains.
ask
It's
them.
factual.
You guys should actually give us your take.
The
World
World Cup
or the treble. Which one has more?
The World Cup still stays ahead of a treble.
No, I will tell
you know
you that the
why?
World
In
Cup
four
has
seasons,
more weight,
in
really.
four seasons,
Than the treble.
Yeah,
No,
in
not
four
no,
seasons.
not treble.
Than the collective treble.
Let me tell you something. Allow me
That's-
explain.
that's-
Joseph,
yeah,
Joseph,
yeah.
allow
Not
me
the fan
explain.
Wait. Is your current Champions League, Premier League?
Now I see the
No,
point she's making.
don't
I
make
see the point
Champions
she's
League and
making.
Premier League.
Okay.
I can be playing in a league. Oh, I win the league. I come and win Champions League. I win another cup. That is a treble.
Yes.
And you are telling me that it's bigger than a World Cup. A World Cup comes every 4 years. Haaland will never win the World Cup. That is fact. He can win another treble before the next World Cup. There are players that can never. Croatia, nobody saw Croatia going to the World Cup finals.
Thank you.
Morocco, nobody saw Morocco going to the semi-finals of the World Cup.
Okay.
There are teams and players that are fantastic, can win a treble, but never Zidane you are talking about to today.
So Calister
and the World
thinks-
Cup. You cannot say the World Cup and winning a treble is the same part. It's totally disrespectful.
Okay, no
So
problem.
Messi's performance with Argentina outshined or is going to stand out of whatever Haaland
did
did with Man City. He should repeat
We are
it
going to
and
have
go and
this
win the World
Balon
Cup.
d'Or conversation another time. Thank you for sticking with us. I know
Thank you.
this episode was really fiery.
Ha! You guys
Kasim
came
and
for only me.
Calister were
Only
going at
me.
it.
But
And
I got
love
you.
it.
I got
I
you.
love it. The support of Messi is real and
It's
it's
real.
fantastic. We can't wait to see what happens at Balon d'Or. So thank you for sticking with us
Ballon
to the end
d'Or.
of the Balon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or.
Thank you for sticking with us to the end
Go
of
for
the
French
episode.
class.
I'm Joseph, your host. We have Kasim and Calister.
I love you guys.
Oh, I could feel the heat. I'm actually sweating.
I'm sweating as
Yeah, I
well.
said, just get really tension me. I was imagining, see, I will punch you.
Arsenal will win the Champions League. They
Alright,
play.
so follow us on all our socials at Off the Game Pod, and anywhere you get your audio visual content at Off the Game Podcast. So YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Off the Game Podcast, Twitter, formerly known X, formerly known as Twitter,
yeah.
and Instagram. You can get us at Off the Game Pod. Also, we have our WhatsApp community going live, so you can also join us. Follow our codes that you find on our podcast socials, and well, till next time, keep enjoying the beautiful game. Peace out, guys.
Messi, Messi,
I don't
Messi,
agree.
Messi.
I am strongly for Alan.
All right.